Good morning, broadcasters. 360 seconds news and commentary for broadcast professionals is on the air. I'm Maria Kholodova from TKT. Let's discuss the latest technological news with our respected experts, Philip Grossman and Mary Seidler. Don't forget to give the program a like. So first on the agenda today is IBC. So the Dutch government is increasing restrictions and large events are currently prohibited in the Netherlands. The leading vendors, including Canon, Grass Valley, and Blackmagic Design, have pulled out from IBC because of the health situation. Philip, how do you think this is going to reflect on the industry? And what do you think about it?
Well, it's unfortunate. It's a lot. Some people are saying that virtual is the way we should go, but there's nothing like being in front of fellow broadcasters and technologists and being able to see, a huge array of technologies and talk to people all in one place. I think with the pulling out of Blackmagic particularly, and that's always sort of been my canary in the coal mine because they have a unique position where they sort of span that prosumer to professional broadcaster. And with them pulling out, I think it's sort of a signal that this may not happen. Now, then again, that they may go ahead and continue and have the event, but because of the pulling out of those particular broadcast manufacturers, I think you're going to see a much, much lower attendance, unfortunately.
Mary, what do you think? Are you going to go? How do you think this is going to reflect on kind of the big players in the industry?
I saw also that Nautel has pulled out. If I think about it as a person, the thought of being inside with a lot of other people in a closed space, even though I'm triple vaccinated, that doesn't feel like it would be very comfortable. And every single person I'm talking to in the industry says the same thing.
Yeah.
I think having the big players pull out gives everyone else an allowance to then pull out as well.
Okay, now we're moving on to Lavo and their broadcasting console. The IP native mixing system Lavo Diamond is based on the open AES-67 Ravenna networking standards. It's available in configurations from 2 to 60 physical faders and enables broadcasters to build the console exactly tailored to their specific workflows. Mary, what do you think about the opportunities that this opens?
First of all, it's a beautiful console. I was having a look at it. Having it go from 2 to 60 faders, this is nice. I think what Lavo is doing is what normally they've done is try to work with the TV market and the radio market. The design of the console looks pretty simple. And now that we're seeing more virtual and remote use, I think it's brilliant having everything from the smaller to the larger, making it simple enough that you don't have to have a control room operator to use it. So, and AES-67 being native, hallelujah. It seems like it takes a long time for this to get built into everyone's equipment, but in manufacturer speak, it's really not. So it's great news, and it makes things just a bit easier for broadcasters.
Philip, do you have anything to add, especially about maybe the remote aspect of it?
Yeah, no, I think Mary hit it perfectly. They have been able to Lava's been able to sort of span between the audio only radio market and the television market, and the AES 67 standard, which is part of the SMPTE 2110 standard, just makes it all that easier.
So Blackmagic, the new camera Blackmagic Ursa Broadcast G2 has a 6K sensor that brings digital film quality to both traditional and online broadcasters. It provides low light performance with dual gain ISO, as well as 13 stops of dynamic range, includes H.265 and Blackmagic raw file formats, Generation 5 color science, and a USB-C expansion port for external disc recording. Philip, what do you think about this? How do you think that this is evolving the technology?
So it's interesting. There, a lot of the broadcasters, especially live, have been looking for ways to change the look of their broadcast, their presentation, and by Blackmagic bringing some cinema-like qualities to the industry, I think is fantastic. Bringing it 6K in, I think, is fantastic. I just wish that they would not have gone with the 2/3 inch sensor and the B4 mount, but I get it. There is every broadcaster in the world probably has a huge inventory of B4 mount lenses, and to get away from that is a very, very expensive proposition. So at least they're looking to sort of bridge that gap between between that Super 35 millimeter sensor, and the filmic look, as they call it, the more cinematic look, and bringing that to the broadcast space.
And Mary, I know you work primarily in audio, but I was wondering if you had any input on kind of what this would do, especially because it will allow for both online and not online broadcasters to.
Yeah, it just makes things, it's a smart move on Blackmagic's part to get into that market and to just have more all-in-one solutions. And you can use these cameras as a part of that. But I defer to our video expert. I'm in awe of listening to Philip.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fantastic camera. Like I said, it's bringing the color science and that cinematic look and that higher resolution, which then allows you to crop things down to live broadcast. So it's a good stepping stone. I just wish we'd get to the Super 35 sensor.
All right, that's all the time we have for today. I was Maria Kholodova. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Philip. Thank you, Mary. See you this time next week.